Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Empowering Voices. We have a very special guest. It's been on my wish list to interview you for so long. Welcome, Elif, and we are very happy to have you. I'm super excited.
Thank you, Mara. Great to be here. Thank you so much.
That's amazing. You know that we always start with a word or a quote, and today is something that resonates a lot with what Elif does, and it's "I have a voice." You know, one of my unembroidered pieces, and you will tell us why it resonates with you, and from there you tell us about your business.
I have a voice. What a strong, powerful, short sentence.
Yeah.
Why does it resonate with me? Perhaps because I come from Turkey originally, as you know, and I've been living in the UK for the last 14 years. And even though I was quite an outgoing girl growing up in Turkey and being a young woman in Turkey, I never felt that my voice was heard.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean by that is I grew up in a very strict Muslim family. I'm one of three siblings. I have two brothers, one older, one younger. And when it comes to making decisions for family, I was never being the one first to ask. I mean, if I was to ask, my opinion was never matter. So I felt like I was never heard. I was almost like these furniture living in the house, but did the houseworks, helped the mother and served guests. But I never felt like I belonged in that environment, and that adversity and that social pressure on women made me feel like I needed to find my voice and go and explore myself and explore my financial freedom, because what I noticed that if I had financial freedom, that meant I could have a voice.
Yeah,
And
unfortunately, it's still the case. I mean, that hasn't changed much.
Sadly, even though looking at from outside, a society might think that women are in every place, women are this, but no, we are still struggling. We have got a long way to go. And I feel like it's our duty to be the voice for the voiceless, because I become the woman I have because of the woman who inspired me and empowered me to be who I am today. And I feel like if I can do a little bit of that for others, the coming generations, myself, by speaking of my truth, speaking of my beliefs and my dreams, I might actually inspire other women out there.
Definitely.
So your voice matter. If anybody hasn't told you today, ladies, I'm going to tell you that today. You matter, your voice matters, and everything you do, you wish to have, you can have it. I mean, listen to my voice right now. This girl couldn't speak a word of English when I arrived here 14 years ago. I'm an immigrant from Turkey. Excuse me. I had no money. I didn't have anything to even speak up for myself. I didn't have a friend to knock the door when I felt the lowest. Imagine yourself, some days we all feel low and lonely, and you feel like nobody can hear you, nobody can understand you. But there would be just one friend. You know, we would always have that friend. We could just go and have that coffee. It's like a therapy session. And I never had that. So I was my biggest support mechanism. When I cried, I used to tell myself again with the voice inside me, anything can happen to you. There are so many other women out there. What's happened to you happened to them. If they've gone through it, you can. So women always inspired me. So get your voice, speak up your truth. It's just don't ever silence yourself and allow anybody else to silence others. That's what I would.
Definitely. It's an amazing mission, actually, and we all need it. Through storytelling, actually, we can definitely empower others, because the second someone identifies with you, I mean, you saved that person, because you gave the drive to try at least, because sometimes we are so scared. And leaving your own country, it wasn't easy. Of course, I left my country myself as well. I mean, I had to wait that I was 30 to do it, because I had probably, I had to go to the bottom and say, okay, that's it. I want my voice to count. I have to go. So culturally, we share that, and it wasn't easy. And I, when you were talking and saying I was with me and myself, and when I cried, it was just with myself. That feeling was terrible, but it was what gave me the energy.
Your strength. You find your strength within you, don't you?
Yes, exactly. And you are sure in that moment that you are not the only one. And then you start looking around, and exactly, you are not the only one, especially when you move. I come from the south of Italy, of course. To move to a big city like London was mind-blowing, really. And in London, you can feel, yeah, I mean, it's an amazing place, but you can feel really alone, because everyone is running around, everyone busy, and it's difficult to find support. But the only person that says, you know, I was there as well. And then another world opens up for you, because never-ending possibilities are out there.
Exactly.
So from
sharing your story will always become somebody else's survival guide.
Exactly.
So just let your voice out there, because this was the time that I decided to share my story. Up until 4 years ago, almost 4 or 5 years ago, I decided that it was time to let my voice and share my story. And you won't believe how many emails and messages and people I touched. And it's not an ego. This is not ego.
No. Exactly the opposite.
Yeah, it's completely opposite. Like, sharing your vulnerability is the biggest strength a woman can have. And I'm so glad that I managed to articulate my feelings in a way that I could actually help guide someone's journey.
Yeah, and you started to speak about your business. I mean, that young lady arriving in England started a business at some point, and you are a fashion designer, and you have your own boutique. We can see your beautiful pieces behind you. How did you start?
Okay, I was just thinking of my story the other day, because I have told the story in different podcasts and different summits as a guest speaker, but I have noticed that I've never shared this part of my story, and I'd like to share it with your audience.
What an honor.
When I started my journey here in the UK in business, in entrepreneurial journey, only because I didn't think my English was good enough to apply for a job. And I never thought that my education, even though I have a degree in business, I didn't think that my education was up to the level of the UK standards. I didn't know. I was so naive. I didn't have confidence in myself. I didn't trust myself. So I had to become an entrepreneur. That was my only choice. But I started my business as an alteration girl. I was helping people shorten their... I still have that business, by the way, as a side business.
Oh, wow.
It still continues going strength to strength, and it's so successful. And I highly recommend anybody who can sew to do that as a really nice residual income to pay the bills, pay your holidays. It's really good success. But when I decided to become a brand, it was very strange. The moment as I said, I was doing alterations, like I was altering. I mean, I altered clothes from sublime to ridiculous, honestly. Like I did dresses from Dolce & Gabbana to Louis Vuitton and Gucci and all that. but I would also do shortening of Next, Primark, Marks and Spencers, and all sorts of things. So
whatever was
and
coming
all
your way.
it was the name, the labels and the labels. And one moment I thought, I wrote it on a piece of paper, my curly handwriting, my name, Elif Köse. And I cut it like a label and stick it onto a dress.
Oh,
And that was the moment I decided that it was time for me to create my own collection.
that's
But the
amazing.
reason I kept holding back, Mara, because I didn't have any money. Because I
Yeah, that
always
is
thought,
unfortunately a big,
to start a business, you have to have money.
yeah.
But I didn't. All I had to do was believe in myself that my name deserved to be in the designs. And you won't believe this, but the week after I did that, I had this woman came into my shop. So funny. She said, would you make me a white dress? I'm going to be a pretend Wilma for a costume party. You know
Wow.
the stone what's that the character Wilma in the Stone family. I forgot it. It will come back to me. I said, yes, somebody asked me to make them a dress.
The universe
There I was doing
listened.
alteration, my imagination. And do you know what I did first thing? First, I used to think having those labels made for your name on it, I thought it was the most difficult thing to do. And then I realized all I had to do, just order it online. There was label companies. And I ordered exactly how I imagined. And these samples arrived. You had to see me. I was so happy.
Yeah.
Like a little girl
I
back
like opening the Christmas present for a child. Yeah. I know the
I was so
feeling.
excited. And I put my label in that Wilma outfit.
That's amazing.
It was only the sample because everybody around me was saying, oh, it's not that easy. I remember asking this woman who used to have a fashion company. They used to help like big brands. They were like an agent and they had a design team and they would do manufacturing and bring it to the UK. And I asked her advice and her response to me was like, oh, no, it's not that easy.
Don't even try. Yeah, it was
And
such a...
it broke my confidence. It
Of
broke
course.
my, oh, I can't do it. She says, I can't do it. That means I can't do it. So one biggest advice, I'll tell you, ladies, stop listening the naysayers. Stop
Yeah,
listening.
totally.
Get rid of people who second guess your dreams. Get rid of them because they slow you down. You don't have to unfriend them. You don't have to ditch them, but stop seeing them. Stop, because those kind of people actually have really powerful energy. And
Of course,
sadly,
because you doubt yourself already.
you
Because when you
already
are
doubt yourself,
starting,
and then they go,
yeah,
you can't do it.
yeah,
You
yeah,
can't do it. And then you think, yeah, I thought I can't do it. And she says I can't do it. Maybe I can't do it. And then
yeah,
you don't do it. And then
yeah,
imagine how many people would lose out of your gift that you were
exactly.
given.
Yeah,
So I just got rid of, and then eventually I thought, okay, I can actually get these. And then I ordered it. And the next thing, I had these old friend, his grandmother was throwing all her fabrics away. I
wow.
picked it all up free. I didn't
Wow.
have one moment, I didn't have money to start my own fashion label. Next moment, I've been given piles of fabric, a whole double cupboard
So
wardrobe.
no more excuses.
No excuse. The money has got nothing to do with your success.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with it. If you want to be successful, if you believe in
can.
yourself with your product, there will be someone who will love it. And that someone will know someone will love it. And then that's how you grow. It doesn't happen overnight, but it happens. I can tell you that. I mean, look at me.
Yeah, and by the way, you have the side hustle, okay? You are a fashion designer, a boutique owner, and you are a business strategist and confident coach.
Yes.
I mean, could you believe it when you arrived in London?
No, I didn't think, but that's what I mean. When you have the wrong people around you, build a community of people who believe in you. When you are surrounded with believers, you start believing in yourself, because the moment you start losing your own confidence, they remind you how much you come, how far you've come, how much you've achieved, and then they let you keep on going. You do it for them at the times that you give up. I give up. I give up at times. I cry. I feel overwhelmed with everything that I have got going on. But then I feel like, yeah, but my promises, those are kind of people, how many women I can help, how many women I can make feel confident.
Yeah.
Whatever you are doing, your business might be selling products, your business might be coaching, you might be a health and fitness coach. Can you imagine how many women you will make feel fabulous? And the fabulous doesn't mean skinny. Fabulous means vitality, of feeling good about yourself, feeling good in your body is so important.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I really like the combination of your fashion design background with now the confidence coaching, because it doesn't matter how you are physically, but the confidence that you, for who you are, for what inside you, for what you can become, you never can forget about it, because and that's why we need these peers telling us, reminding us all the time. And another trick that I found really interesting is to celebrate any little win, whatever it is. I mean, even if I finally send out that email, celebrate, say very good to yourself. We often, as entrepreneurs, we forget to do it. Definitely.
Well, can I tell you something? You're gonna laugh. I hope your listeners won't find this ridiculous, but I even celebrated last week that I managed to wax my armpits. I was so busy. I couldn't even book to go to the beautician, and it was like, and I did it. I was so happy.
Yeah.
Things that you can, and I now manage every morning. I do my facial. I didn't realize it only took like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
But when you think about, I can't do facial every day, it's too much for me. 7 minutes, come on.
We get overwhelmed with everything, and we should, exactly, that's why the mindset.
We just start putting my cream, like my face cleaner on my face, and then putting my tonic afterwards. I feel good. I feel like I treat myself. 7 minutes. Come on, ladies. You can do it. With the shower and the hair dry and makeup, 25 minutes a day. You deserve it.
Yeah, you deserve it. And this is the other one. We forget to put ourselves as a priority, definitely. And it's many people, but women especially, are very good at that. So
yeah, I mean, I am a giver. I love giving, helping and supporting. I'm always there. If there is a party, if my friend is organizing, I'm the first one there helping to set up, and I'll be the last one going to tidy up. I am a supporter, I'm a giver. But I noticed that if I did same amount of attention and love and giving and caring myself, God, I would be even better than I am now. So why wouldn't I start with me? It's so important.
Yeah, definitely. So you can have that cup full of happiness to give around. Otherwise, it's resentment and frustration.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Oh, my shop phone decided to go.
It's okay. It's totally fine. It happens exactly when we are recording. Actually, today I had my neighbor deciding to put up scaffoldings. So I was really, I said, no, all this noise during my interview. But anyway, just believe in yourself that you can. So I just moved to
normal. It's the nature, it's the reality.
Yeah, exactly. It's life. We cannot change that. And I would like you to tell us a bit about your business as a coach as well, and business strategist, because you were telling me that, I mean, you've been doing it for a long time, but of course you gave more a shape and during the pandemic.
Yes.
Tell us a bit.
So for my coaching business, yeah, like you say, I had been doing consultation for a lot of brands, fashion brands, especially businesses, product-based businesses seem to be my main customers at the beginning of my journey. I've been doing it for 5-6 years now. But during the pandemic, I've noticed, I mean, I managed to survive to begin with because it was so tough, especially for product-based businesses,
Yeah,
especially
and for a brick and
non-essential.
mortar, yeah, for shops. I mean, that
Yeah,
were
I
closed
have a
for
brick
so
and
long.
mortar
Yeah,
shop, and I have I have a website, and it's a non-essential, you know, and most people weren't going anywhere. They're
yeah,
not going to office, they're not going to party, there is nothing for them to, there is no reason for people to dress up, but we still managed to stay here.
yeah. That's great.
And I just decided that I need to help and share what I know with other women who are in business, let it be in product or let it be in service-based businesses, to help them strategize their business, so we can so I can make a difference in their life, because when women in business, everything is different. We have that special touch. So I want to have more women leaders out there, and I
Yes,
want to do my part at it.
I like your mission, definitely. We need more of that.
Thank you.
And well, I just want to remind everyone that, of course, all your contacts, email, I mean, everything to reach out is in the post, in the bio, on the podcast, on my website. So they won't miss you, any information about you. And I thank you a lot for all your time. I know that you are super busy. I just want to ask you one last question. If there is a word or a quote that you feel it resonates a lot with you and your business.
So could you ask me the question again?
If there is a word or a quote that you feel it really resonates with your business, with the person you are today.
Oh, it's what would that be? Well, I always say I'm enough. Whatever that is, I'm enough.
That's amazing. I love it.
I am enough with my flaws. I'm enough with my perfections. Even in my imperfections, I have got perfections within it. So
Yeah.
sometimes we don't know what is. Sometimes we don't know what, because there is always right and every wrong, isn't there? Sometimes we don't know what that right is, but I know there is a right with the wrongs that I make myself, because we all make mistakes at times.
Of course.
But I know that I'm enough.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's a lovely message, and I'm sure that it resonates with a lot of our listeners. And if you don't feel enough yet, work for getting there, because it's liberating and makes you stronger, definitely. So
Amazing.
thank you
Thanks
very
for
much.
having me.
Thank you very much. I leave you now. See you soon, and thanks again for being with us, Elif. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.